Alright, what's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a Cat5 cable, or Ethernet cable that they call it. There are also some other technical names for it, but I'm not going to share those names with you at this time because they're not important. What's important is, well, of course they're important, but they're not important in what we're learning today. What's important is learning how to make this cable. So if you're not familiar with what an Ethernet cable is, this is the cable that you use that plugs into your PlayStation or your laptop, or it could be your desktop. Some TVs, some smart TVs have these cables, but it's what connects your device to the internet. Okay. The benefit of knowing how to make these cables is, I'll put it like this: I have a side gig that I do that I use to survive. I would not be able to feed. Well, I would, but it would be difficult. It would be very difficult to feed myself and my family without my little side hustle. Some people deal with ride shares like Lyft and Uber, and some people do DoorDash. They do these type of side gigs that pay. I don't know how much they pay. They may pay $20 if you're lucky. They probably pay anywhere between 10 to 15 to $20, maybe 25, maybe even 30 on a good day. But what I'd like to share with you today, learning how to make this cable, can teach you how to make anywhere between 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 100 more per hour. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm not gonna do what all the other people do on YouTube. They make you watch all this crap, or they say, yeah, if I get 1,000 likes, then I'll tell you the secret to doing all this. Or I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna hop right in, and I'll let you know at the end of the video what marketplace you can use once you know how to do this skill, and maybe you can make some side money on that marketplace. So one thing that I do want to share, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you have any non-related networking questions, comment below as well, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. So first things first, these gloves. Okay, these gloves have absolutely nothing to do with the cable or Ethernet or nothing. I just wanted y'all to pay attention to this and not my fingernails. So on that note, if I get 1,000 likes on this video, then I'll show you my fingernails. All right, so let's jump right into it. What I have now is a cable tester, and this cable tester, there's a whole bunch of different types of cable testers. The functionality of them is different or whatever. But to use this one, we plug one end of the connector there, and then the other end here. Okay, so it looks like that. All right, and then here we have a button. I wonder if you can see that good. There you go. All right, notice that it passed. We have 1 under 1, 2 under 2, 3 under 3, 4 under 4, 5 under 5. So that means that everything in this these are copper pieces here. That means all of these pieces were identical to the other side. Both of these sides are matching. So there's a certain color code that we need to learn in order to make Cat5 cable or Cat6. It's also known as a straight through cable. We're going to learn how to make a straight through cable. The reason I'm not going to teach you how to make a crossover cable is I've been doing this since maybe 2005, and I've had to make one crossover cable. So yeah, they mainly use straight through cables. So what we do, I have some tools here that I'm going to show you. And let me get my stripper. Alright, so what we have is we have a cable stripper. We use this. We of course have the cable, which you can buy at like Lowe's, Walmart, or Home Depot, or anywhere else that they sell this. We have the stripper that we use to strip this protective shielding off of the cable, and when we do that, we make sure that we don't cut the actual copper on the inside. We have the crimper here that we use to fasten, per se, these connectors to this cable. So this crimper is what we use to fixate that connector. Once we crimp it, that's it. It's stuck. It ain't going nowhere. All right, so let me get a couple of these out. All right, So step one, what we need to do, again, we need to strip this cable. So if you look at this, at these scissors, I call them scissors, but they're strippers really. I'm trying to focus. All right, so you see, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me turn it this way and see if you can get a better view. So you see there are holes on it, and they're different sizes. Towards the top, the hole is smaller than it is at the bottom. Okay, so I take the biggest hole, and I don't go all the way. I don't just push down like it were scissors, but I just push down just enough that I can feel it kind of digging into the white part. Then I twist. Okay, so in other words, don't do it too much or you're going to cut what's on the inside. From there, I try to twist it off. So see, I was able to just twist it because I cut it so well. I was able to twist it and just pull this part off, and this is what you get. Okay, so on the inside of here you have some color strands. Now I'm gonna share a link in the video to the color code for the type of cable that we're trying to make. I'm trying to get that to focus in good. Hopefully you can see those colors. So we have, and actually let me open these up first. So you have to unwind everything, then I'll get into the color code. So let's untwist all of the cables so that we're left with just 8 pair. All right, so this color code I've memorized because I've been doing this for so long, and if I can memorize it, you can. So you know, it might seem difficult now, but trust me, it's so doggone easy. So starting from the left to the right, from your left to your right, the first thing that you want on your left to make a straight through cable is white orange. So this is white orange. You see it's mainly white with the orange stripe. Now the type of cable that you have, this color may vary. It may look more brownish than orange, but it should be, you know, easy to differentiate. So white orange, and then orange, then white green, and then blue, white blue, green, white brown, and then brown. Okay. So I'm gonna repeat that again. So these are the colors that you want from left to right. Now you might be seeing it backwards. I'd really need to face it this way, I believe, for you to see that this is on the left side and that's on the right side. So white orange. So white orange, orange, white green, blue, white blue, green, white brown, brown. After you get those, so the trick is to make sure these are lined up, and you want to straighten them out. Once you have them in line, you want to use your opposite hand to straighten them out, just like so. All right. So once you do that, even if they're not in the correct order right now, it's easier to order them when everything is straight, just like this. So from here, we take our snips, and we're just going to snip this here. Now my snips suck. I probably should have used some different scissors that I use, because you want a flush cut here. You want that to be very flush so that it'll be easy to go through this connector here. The way that you put these on, you have to have the clip facing down. Do you see that clip at the bottom there? It should not be facing up, not up like this, but down like that. And you put the cable directly in while it's facing down. So let's make sure again that we have the correct color code. White, orange, orange. White, that is not white green, so let's get it right. White, orange, orange. Oh, white green is way over there. No, he's not. That is white green. So white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, and brown. That is correct for this side. Okay. Let me see if I can get that to focus in good. Yeah, you can't really tell because of the lighting in here, but I do have white, orange, orange on this side, and then this side is brown. So this is my left side, this is the left side, and this is the right side. Again, white, orange, orange, white, green, excuse me, yeah, white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, and brown. After that, so here's another secret. There are different type of RJ45 connectors. That's what this is. This is an RJ45 connector. The one that I use is the push-through connector, and I use it for a very specific reason. Now, I didn't get a flush cut on this, so I'm going to get another pair of scissors that'll give me a better cut. Right now, because I didn't get the flush cut, it's kind of thick. There's like a rigid edge at the end, and it's difficult to push through here. So I'm going to grab a different pair of scissors. It should make it easier to cut. And here they are here. So these guys here is what I'm going to use to get a better cut, more flush cut. So bam, there we go. All right, check my color code again. And white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, green, white, brown. So my white brown was last, and that wasn't right. So I got to move it to second to last, which I just did. Now everything should be right. All right, so we'll put the connector on. And this is the advantage of the push-through connectors. Hopefully you can see the title there. Or feed-through, I call them push-through, but you see these are feed-through RJ45 connectors. These are the ones that you want because you can just push the cable through. If you don't get the feed-through, then you're going to have to make sure that the cable is flush right there at the end. You have to cut these in a manner so that when you push it up, it's exactly flush to match the end of that. So these are much easier. If you get the feed-through Cat5 or feed-through RJ45 connectors, then you have to get this tool too, because what it does is when you put this in to crimp it, like so, it cuts the opposite end. It has a blade. So when I crimp this, like so, okay, it did two things. Number one, it made it so that this plastic is now permanently stuck here. Okay, number two, it cut that copper, cut all the excess there. So this side should be good. I'll try to get a close focus on it if I can. And the camera's like, nah, bro. No, you can't. You can't. Alright, so we'll do the opposite end and then we'll test it. So let's do it again. Alright. So we're going to strip the shield off. We don't push too hard because we don't want to cut the copper. I'm going to twist this part off. Alright. There's a little excess here, this string that's inside of some of them. You can just cut that off. Alright, we're going to untwist our pairs. And while I'm untwisting this, I have to reiterate that if there's any question that you have network related, feel free to ask in the comments. Feel free to ask for videos. These videos are all for you. And since we're towards the end of the video, I'll tell you where you can use this skill to make $50 to $60 to $70 to $80 to $100 an hour or even more is FieldNation.com. FieldNation.com is something that I preach to my children because I'd rather them do that than get out of high school and work at Taco Bell or do Lyft or Uber, where it may take you an 8-hour day to make $100. Whereas with FieldNation.com, you can make $100 in 30 minutes. No joke. If you're interested, I can show you how to do various jobs on FieldNation.com too. Alright, so white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, and then brown. Alright. White, orange, orange, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. I do our little secret and straighten these out with my opposite hand. Okay. Then I get the scissors, cut everything off except for my fingers. All right, let's see, white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, brown, brown. It looks right. Put the connector on, feed this right on through, and once it's through, we'll check it again. So white, orange, orange. What do we have next? White, green, I believe. Blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. It looks right to me, but the cable test at the end will let us know for sure. So, oh man, I done cut my doggone glove open, my fingernail hiders open. All right. Crimp that down. And the verdict is, we take one end of the tester here, take the other end of our cable and test it there. And drum roll is, what do we have? What do we have? Did we pass or did we fail? The real question is, does the camera want to focus? Want it close? Yep. See that? So that's it. So again, you can use this skill. So if you want to do some additional research on this, look up structured cabling. There are jobs in structured cabling. You can get a job doing structured cabling and make much more than you'd make doing Lyft or Uber. And all of this is entry level. You don't have to have a degree or certification or anything like that. All right, so hopefully you learned something today. There'll be many more of these videos, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.